I really liked the how many different like prototypes and different old models of tanks, and what was really cool is like, you know, yeah, they were all no, what's the word? They can all use like the same parts as they're modular.
It's like
I think
Legos.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
Legos with tanks, because it would be like, well, we purposefully have the entrance system for all these cockpits together. So if we have a new whatever, we can just plug this in there so that we can reuse old parts.
When I go to college, I'm interested in going into engineering, maybe a chemical engineer, but I'm not sure yet. So.
I have no idea what I want to do during college or after that. I have no plans for my future, but the trip to BAE was a very good, you know, opportunity to check out, you know, some possibilities.
For my profession, I still don't know what I want to do. After going to the conference, I definitely started looking at engineering in a different way than I used to.
I intend to go to college and major in engineering, either mechanical engineering or computer science engineering.
I think I was interested in more or less to find out like how many different engineers there are in their job descriptions of just like, oh, I'm just like a chemical engineer, but then it actually like tells them what they actually do and what they have to like, kind of like what degrees they had to go through. And
I was surprised by the amount of work that went into building all the machines and stuff they did at BAE.
I wouldn't say that the visit changed my perspective. I would just say it definitely reconfirmed that being an engineer is what I want to do.
Honestly, one of the coolest things about that visit was when they took us into the gigantic tour room and they said, here, look at these tanks, look at this one, I just made this thing, and from however many miles away, you can fire a volley of shots and have all of them travel the miles and land in the same location at the same time with like ridiculous precision.
overall, the most interesting thing for me is just to see the technological advances in one facility and how everything, there's so many different parts and they all work together. So
yeah, some of the jobs there were more interesting than others. You know, some of them I was thinking, I would never want to do that. That's, you know, way too much work. That's way too complicated. But some other ones really, you know, made me think about what I wanted to do.
I would recommend it because it's really interesting, even if you're not going into the engineering field. And if you are going into the engineering field, it's really interesting just to see what they're actually doing behind the scenes, kind of. And it kind of tells you what you want to do, and it classifies like what the other jobs are.
Oh, this is definitely a very good experience if you intend to be an engineer, because it just shows you, because to sit there and say that I want to be an engineer is just this concept that you've heard about, that you may know a bit about, but to actually go and see what they do really just kind of helps you out and lets you see what it's going to be like.